Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing some magic.
Magic.
As if you didn't know that when you clicked on the video. So today we're gonna do a vintage matchup, but it's like pseudo vintage. It's like kitchen table fun time vintage.
It's like I have a Black Lotus and I also have Raging Goblins.
For any of you, almost actually. So I'm playing a green Weenie deck, which is like something I used to when I first got a Magic Online account. I had it like a deck that was very similar to this, so I'm kind of just playing it for nostalgic reasons.
I'm just playing Goblins.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you get to play with Goblin Recruiter.
That's true. You do get to do that. So anyway, to decide who goes first, we're gonna roll 3 dice.
3 dice each. And
so that's what we're gonna do. And I got, I can barely see this, 9, 10, 11.
I got 9.
You got 9? So, I believe I will go first, and we will see you in Game 1. All right, Game 1. And to show our hands, since some people have been pointing out that you can't really see with the glare, which makes sense, what we're going to do is just put our hand out like this.
I'm facing backwards.
Right now, Atkst is facing the other direction, so he can't see what's in my hand. So, there's my hand. Let's actually put that back in our hand, and you can go ahead.
Doo-doo. Pretty decent.
That's not
Pick that up.
Thing I like to hear. You good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So we're going to lead off with a Verdant Catacombs. Crack that. Going to 19. That'll fetch Basic Forest, because this is a Basic Forest kind of deck.
Because this is vintage.
Yeah. And there's nothing more powerful in vintage than a Basic Forest. Oh, yeah, right. The other reason that I wanted to play this deck specifically. So every other color kind of has a lot of value cards that are played in vintage in that color. Like black has all the tutors, red has Pyromancer, Lightning Bolt, blue has everything else.
Yeah, blue has everything.
White has like Monastery Mentor and Plow and stuff. Basically like that. Green doesn't really have that much. It's got like combo stuff like Oath of Druids. And it has, like, nature's, like, sideboard cards, like Nature's Claim.
Or, like, Mana Dorks, but you rarely see those.
Yeah, so, you know, green doesn't get enough love, so I'm giving it some love. Making love to some green. There's a Noble Hierarch. Pass turn.
Drop turn. I think it's probably correct to do that.
Mount Tanya.
Exile that for mana.
Simian Spirit Guide.
Sudden Shock.
Noble down. Maybe, if I can pick it up with my hands.
Enter go.
Draw a card. Well, if you're going to draw something, that's a pretty good one. We're going to lead off with a Soul Ring.
Yeah?
I'm not sure if you're playing Misstep in this list, so...
No, I don't think I have missteps anymore.
No missteps.
Was trying them, but
this might be a waste, but I'm gonna play a Black Lotus. Gonna crack that for green and play a staple of vintage.
Groundbreaker.
Green Ball Lightning. Attack you for 6.
14.
So yeah, don't bring this deck to your like local vintage tournament, which you clearly have probably, because
there's a lot of those going around.
Yeah. Because it's not the most competitive, one might say.
Wooded Foothills,
but
crack.
It's a lot of fun.
We're going to find Taiga, conveniently on the bottom of my library.
Taiga.
I knew I was going to fetch it out.
The all-seeing Taiga.
Notice you missed a land drop.
Yep.
Is
this where I lose my
red
land?
and a green.
Tin Street Hooligan.
So, when he comes into play, if green was spent to cast them, destroy target artifact.
Soul Ring. I'll make 2 colorless.
Enter go.
And I'll lose that 2 colorless.
At least there's no mana burn.
Alright, that is true. Tin Street Hooligan, huh? Yep, I'm gonna have to pass turn.
Ooh. Wasteland.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, if it was a strip mine.
If it was a strip mine, I'd probably just scoop. This is no coming back from that.
Rabble Master.
Goblin Rabble Master.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
3.
I will take 3, going to 16.
Enter go.
Draw a card. Always what we like to see. Pass the turn.
Ooh.
Doot.
Draw for turn.
Not a fortunate series of draw steps.
Goblin Matron.
All right.
Hmm.
Is strip mine a goblin?
Oh, God.
Land dash
Because
goblin.
it's a goblin. No, it's not.
You have the really beat up one, right?
Yeah. I have.
The like washing machine strip mine.
I'll find it again.
That's pretty bad.
It was a quality strip mine that we found.
Very good.
I think I'll find a pile driver.
Sure. Yeah, this game's over. But I got in with Groundbreaker one time.
That you did. You cracked the Black Lotus to
I
cast green
Cast
ball
the
lightning.
Green ball lightning.
And
okay.
go to combat.
Yep.
Swing for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know he doesn't count himself, right?
It's just 9 total.
Yeah, 9 total.
Yeah. 9 total. Oh, bother. Well, because it's kind of... yeah, I don't think I'm getting out of this, but I'll do this because it's kind of funny. In response to the trigger, which I'm assuming this is a trigger. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So in response to that trigger, I'm going to cast Berserk on Goblin Rabble Master. So he still has 2 power
Yeah.
when that trigger hits. So I'll up him to 4, and then I'll take a total of 11, going to 5. And then Berserk destroys him at end of combat.
Bleh. Explosion.
Well, end of turn, but I'm assuming you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
You got the Rabble Master.
I did. It only cost me a little bit of... Well, that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is exactly lethal. So here you go. Here's a Rancor.
Yeah.
Pass the turn. Yep, had a pretty unfortunate series of draws there. But what can you do?
Yeah, you can never tell that.
I'll tell you what, you can play a real deck with blue cards.
Loyal Legionist.
Sure. Legion Loyalist.
Swing.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. It's got Loyal and Legion. That's all you need. So now they have all first strike and trample.
Sure, I'll go to -3 and show all the 2 drops
Ooh.
that I drew in a row.
You just needed the one other land.
Yeah. Well, hopefully game 2 will yield some actual spells. Thank you. All right, game 2. Here's my hands. Not particularly exciting, but we'll see. Go ahead. No words?
It's a hand. It could do things.
Good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So after an embarrassingly awful defeat last game, let's see if we can pick up a game here. Play a forest and cast a Green Sun Zenith for 0.
Yeah.
So put that back there. And there's really only one target that anyone can get, which is a Dryad Arbor. And I'll pass the turn. Because I'm pretty sure that is the only target you can get.
Probably.
I don't think there's anything else that's free and green.
Mountain, Skirk Prospector.
Sure.
Enter go.
Oh, gonna draw an extra card there. Skirk Prospector. All right, we're gonna untap, draw a card. And then what are we gonna do? We're going to play a Misty Rainforest, crack that, going to 19. That'll of course fetch up
another dried
a
over.
forest. No, only one in the list.
So many ways. Dried Arbor really is great land.
It is. It dies. It's pretty fragile. It dies pretty easy, but
that is true. But it's got tons of uses. Like you fetch it up with a Misty Rainforest in response to a Liliana trigger.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, here's one.
And then I think what I'm gonna do. I'll actually attack you for 1.
I will take that going to 19.
And then I'll cast a Sylvan Library.
I was wondering if you're going to, like, berserk.
No.
Yeah,
Get in for 4 damage. No, to you.
Draw for turn. Do I do that instead? That's tough. Probably. Exile Simian Spirit Guide for mana.
Sure.
Sack him for mana.
Yep.
Pile Driver.
That's a Rabble Master.
Rabble Master. The one that gets bigger when he attacks and makes ones, I guess.
They're essentially the same card.
Strip Mine.
Oof.
Hit a forest.
Okay.
Go to combat. Attack you for 1.
18.
Enter go.
So we're going to untap. Sylvan Library. Look at 3 things. I'll probably end up just taking the 1. I think that's what I'm going to... Well... Let's see, is 4 life worth it? 4 life might be worth it.
Oh. It's never what you like hearing.
I will draw the top 2 and go to 14. We'll then play...
Is it a Black Lotus and something?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, it is not that. We'll play a Tarmogoyf and a Treetop Village and pass the turn.
I was worried like Black Lotus,
no
Ballbreaker, attack, berserk.
Yeah, right now he just has creature and land, but 2/3 does trade with a Rabble Master if you decide to send one in.
Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Do we go to combat?
Yep.
Swing.
Yeah. Sure. I'll take 2.
Okay.
Going to 12.
He dies. And his younger brother shows up.
Yep.
Enter go.
Untap. Sylvan Library. Kind of figured that was going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of said the wrong card a little bit.
Made it a little obvious. We're going to just draw 1. It'll be that one. And then we're going to leave this up here. It's kind of a creature as well. I mean, not kind of, it is.
Creature
that is the
land.
case. I think we'll play a Strangleroot Geist. And pass the turn.
Untap.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for turn. Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Matron.
Sure.
Think we're going to find the Legion Loyalist.
Sure.
And I think we'll just pass the turn.
Untap. Sylvan Library. Look at 3. Again, I like all of these. These are good options. But I think we'll just take the top one once again.
You don't like... It's not 8 life. Like them enough?
No. Yeah. I guess let's make another 2/3. Tarmogoyf, surprisingly quite tiny in this matchup.
Yeah.
And I think I'll pass the turn.
Untap, draw turn. Legion Loyalist.
No. Go to 10.
Now you got instant. So
I
now
do.
He's a 3/4. Pile driver would still trade for him.
Or extremely less impressively with a Strangleroot Geist.
Yeah, that's the one problem. I mean, I could do that. It's probably crack Bloodstain Mire going 18.
Mm-hmm. Three.
Find a Tega.
Yes.
And Tarfile Strangleroot.
Yep. Comes back with a counter.
Sudden Shock him.
Yeah. Not much I can do about that. Strangleroot down.
Swing.
Yep. I will put Tarmogoyf in front of Pile Driver and take 3, going to 7.
There was a lot of cards to trade for 2 creatures.
Pretty much.
Probably had to be done. Turgo.
Gonna untap. Sylvan Library. 2, 3. Oh, I like that option. I think we're just going to draw this one. Yeah, it's not particularly exciting, but I think it's what we're going to do.
You didn't want to go to 3?
I don't really want to go to 3. He's going to play a forest.
Yeah.
And then we're going to Green Sun Zenith for 4. Or 4 mana for 3. Casting it with X equals 3. That's what I mean to say.
Is that a ball breaker?
It is not, because
Right.
I take a lot of damage on the crackback. No, it's going to be a Leatherback Baloth.
4 or 5.
4/5. He's what Tarmogoyf wishes he was.
Yeah.
And I'll pass the turn. Oop.
Untap.
That was like a magic trick.
Draw
I flipped
turn.
up the Green Sun Zenith that I just cast.
Yeah, we'll cast another Goblin Matron.
Sure.
This one will find me. That might be the best. I think it's going to be a Goblin Chieftain.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
So we're going to untap. Sylvan Library. Top 3. Well, that's particularly that exciting. Let me see here. Goblin Chieftain. don't think it's right to go for it this turn. So we're just going to draw one thing. Keeping our life total high-ish.
High-ish.
High-ish. Play Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
And I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Goblin Chieftain.
Chieftain?
How do I attack with him? I know you can eat him. I know you could also activate the Tree Trop Village and eat another thing.
This is true.
8.
Just sending in those. So we're going to do that. Activate Treetop Village.
Yep.
You have one card in hand.
One card.
What are the odds that that's a lightning bolt?
Yes.
That's what the odds are. Yes. You're at 18. Okay. Just think here. Well, for sure, we're going to block with those two. I'm just deciding whether chumping with Hierarch is a good idea. Is this a mana important? I'm tempted to say no. This is a really tough position you're putting me in. Because I know you're running Lightning Bolt.
Is true fact.
Although, if you had it, you probably would have used it on something. I'm going to risk it and take 4.
Okay.
Going to 3.
These are dead. Enter go.
Whew. It's a good thing. Sylvan Library. Top 3. All right. We're just going to draw the 1 because I don't think we even can. This is a payment.
It's payment to life. It's not damage.
So we're going to put a Rancor on Leatherback Baloth.
Yeah.
We're going to attack with Leatherback Baloth, which puts him to 7 power. Good?
Yeah, that's good.
No blocks?
I'll block him.
We will Berserk him up to 14 power.
Yeah.
And then we'll Berserk him again up to 28 power.
And I will bolt you.
With a mountain.
Yes. Nah, you got me.
I did. All right. Leatherback Baloth. Getting it done.
It'd have been great if I was just slow rolling that to that point.
That would be pretty... I might have to leave the room. All right. So that was game 2, and we'll see you in game 3. All right. Game 3. You can show your hand first since you're going first.
This hand doesn't need words to describe it.
Good. And mine. I'm kind of in a similar boat here. That's what I've got going on. And yeah, go ahead. Mountain.
Mox. Rabble Master.
That's a turn 1 Rabble Master.
Go to combat. 1.
19.
Enter go.
Draw a card. Okay, well. So that happened to me.
Yes.
I think in this position, I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs. Crack that. Going to 18. That'll fetch up a forest. And then we're going to play a Black Lotus. Crack that for 3 green.
Yeah.
Use 2 of that green to cast a Strangleroot Geist. And use 2 more of that green to cast a Tarmogoyf, which is a 2/3, thanks to Black Lotus.
It's also quite a starting hand.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Do I send in for 2? Probably not. I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
I didn't get in for any damage on turn 1, though.
Strip mine your forest.
Forest down. So far you've drawn 3 restricted cards to my 1 restricted card.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really want to trade for Strangleroot Geist, but they got attack, so 2.
Put that in front of Tarmogoyf, and I'll go to 17.
Enter go.
Draw a card. Well, that kind of works. Play a Dryad Arbor. And I will attack you for 2.
Go to 18.
And pass the turn.
End of your turn. Sudden shock your land.
Dryad Arbor down.
Untap for turn. Draw a card. I mean, wow. I actually have to do this. Black Lotus. Crack.
Uh-huh.
Goblin Chieftain.
Yep, this is happening.
Go to combat.
4 restricted cards.
And he's now 3 power, conveniently.
Toughness, you mean?
Yeah, 3 toughness.
Yeah.
And power.
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I do that, I think that's probably the wise block.
Probably.
Along in the grand scheme of things. So take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. I will take 10 going to 7.
I don't know why I chose to untap them instead of...
And now for my second combat step. Tarmogoyf's a 3 also, by the way, because of Dryad Arbor and now recently your Chieftain.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Oh, that's what we like to see. Oh boy. Okay. So, send in Tarmogoyf for 3. This is still 3, right? Land, creature, artifact. That's it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Instant.
Oh, instance there as well. Then 4.
Boop. 1 more damage.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. And if you're going to draw something.
Is this another restricted card? Ooh, Pile Driver. That's going to hurt.
Do we let the Goblin Rabble Master trade? Probably not. It's tough.
You do have a backup copy, essentially.
Yeah, he gets to go. He'll swing in.
Yes, obliged to do that. Well, not really obliged to do that, but it's
a 5.
It's probably something
5
I
power.
should be doing. So
blocking one of the other ones would be just enough to kill you.
Yeah.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, it's kind of a land.
Yeah.
And we'll play a Noble
I
Hierarch.
got one too.
You do. You got a couple. Oh, you got this one specifically.
I got that one specifically.
Yeah.
For when I want to cast the guy who destroys artifacts.
And yeah, I think that's really all I've got. Pass the turn.
Untap. This is a Legion Loyalist. Sadly, it isn't. Swing.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7. That makes it so it's dead no matter what. I don't really fancy blocking a goblin token. That would put me to 1, which is in pretty dire straits.
But a 2 and a 1 in this deck are kind of similar.
Yeah.
You do lose your Tarmogoyf.
I'm gonna anyway, so.
But if you have another blocker that the Noble Hierarch can cast, that may not be worth it.
Yeah, I'll just block the pile driver. I think this game's over anyway.
Yeah, my hand was disgusting.
Yeah, you drew every restricted card in your deck, except for
I had
Mox
these
Ruby.
3 in the start.
Yeah.
And then I top decked that, which was convenient because I needed it for the second red.
Is that it? You got another
Mountain.
gigantic thing to play?
There you go.
Draw a card. Well, okay. What to do here? Is there really... That is dead, by the way.
Sorry. Right, 2 power. He's not a 7/7.
Yeah.
That'd be way too good.
Dryad Arbor's dead, so Green Sun Zenith for 0 is not going to do anything. You're at 14, so I can't kill you.
Yeah, you've used your Lotus, which would have probably been your out for that.
Well, nah.
Well, you could have gone Lotus Ball Breaker,
Yeah. Berserk,
Exalted, Berserk. You wouldn't even need second Berserk.
Be fun, though. I could do it. I have enough mana to do it. Oh, is there anything I can do in this spot? I believe the answer is no. So we'll attack you for 1.
Go to 13.
And I'll make it 2.
Oh, yeah. Go to 12.
All right. To you.
Untap. Draw for turn. There he is. It's the turn too late.
I don't have that. See, I should have blocked with the Hierarch because then I could have misstepped it. Oh, look, another restricted card.
Yeah, that was also in the starting. Yeah, my hand was nutty.
Yeah, I drew that.
Ooh.
That's in there for natural order. If
for
you're
your
wondering.
plan B.
I'm not planning to cast it by any stretch. So yeah, that was a royal beating. So I think the moral of this story is that A, don't play a mono green deck in Vintage, and B,
all
Goblins,
the restricted cards in the world can bump.
they will crush you.
Yeah, they will crush you.
even
if there's only goblins.
All right. So that was our little fun Vintage match.
I didn't even get to see him.
That's true. Yeah. I didn't get to natural order for anything.
We got to see the target at least.
It's true. That's true. Anyway, so that was that, and we will see you next week with an unboxing of Battle for Zendikar. And that'll be great. And then probably the week after that we'll do something with the stuff that we open. Don't know what yet, but it'll be sweet. So we will see you next week.
Bye.